The fight of the night was CJ versus Lacerda, and the performance of the nights were Pineda and Landwehr. They all won $50,000. Congratulations to them. The attendance tonight was 16,076. It was sold out, and the gate was 2.15 million. What's up, buddy?
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I guess the first ring is a split decision.
Yeah.
Surprised?
I was literally coming out of the bathroom, and I was like, "What the fuck?" Yeah. Yeah. Were you surprised? I mean, I think everybody was surprised.
Yeah, probably.
Could have been 5-0. I mean, could have been 4-0. But yeah, split. Wow. Yeah, that's pretty scary.
With that said, what did you make of Corey's performance?
Yeah, he looked incredible. He looked incredible. He shut him down. He incredible footwork, lateral movement. You know, takedowns. I mean, he had it all.
Do you think for Chito his problem is sometimes he just doesn't have enough output? You know, sometimes.
100%. Yeah, Chito to me looked really slow in the Cruz fight, right up until he caught him and knocked him out. So I was kind of waiting for that, you know, last 2 rounds, and even his corner said to him, "You got 2 rounds to finish this guy. You need to finish this fight." So, yeah.
That said, for Corey, I mean, he did your job for you. He made a call out. He wants to fight Merab. You know, Merab and Aljo's relationship being what it is. Does that fight make sense? I know we don't make fights on that, but
Yeah, exactly. You answered your own question. Thank you.
And what about Holly Holm? What do you make of her performance?
Yeah, I thought she looked incredible tonight. You know, I thought it was weird. Santos was like charging her and getting into the clinch with her, and then Holly would just take her down and get on top of her and do whatever she wanted. And she kept doing the same thing every time they stood up on their feet.
She just signed a new contract with the UFC. I think it's 6 fights, she said on media day. Do you see that she has another title run in her? Do you think she can make it back to the top and potentially fight for that?
I mean, she's been at the top the whole time she's been here, so to think I mean, look how good she looked tonight. Every time you think Holly's starting to get too old, she comes in and puts on a performance like she did tonight. She looked good. I thought Santos had a horrible game plan, you know, as far as I was concerned. I'm no coach, but Holly did what she needed to do and completely dominated her.
Going back to Corey and Merab, technically you did make Colby Covington Leon Edwards on that night of the fight.
Say that again?
You did make Colby Covington versus Leon
I did.
That night.
Yes, I did. That is true. But that was a no-brainer. I mean, Colby is... If Usman doesn't exist, Colby's been the champ now for a while. And he's been there forever. He cut the weight, he showed up to fill in for that fight, and a million other reasons why he deserves that fight.
Would you have done him versus Usman if Usman had won?
We have done him probably. Yeah, probably. I don't know. He didn't win, so I'm not in that position.
Dana, we saw that Don Cerrone was surprised that, you know, he's now going to be a UFC Hall of Famer. Can you talk about what he means for the company and now that he's getting that spot in the UFC Hall of Fame?
Yeah, we love Cowboy. You know, he's been, you know, when you look at what he meant to the WEC and then came over here and what he's meant to the UFC and what he's meant to the sport as a whole. And he's a great human being too. So it's a win-win-win for everybody.
Yeah. He was completely surprised. How difficult is it to like maintain all that away from him?
Yeah, we flew his family in. He didn't know his family was here either. And then we tried to get his grandmother in here too, but you know, she's just health-wise, it didn't work for her. But she wanted to come. She tried everything she could to try to make it happen. We were even gonna fly a EMT with her to come with her on the trip, but we couldn't get it done. But yeah, we love the guy and we're happy for him.
And what did you think of Macy Barber's performance, now 4-0 in the flyweight division?
Yeah, I mean, she came in to fight, and that was a tough fight, another close one, and close on the cards too. But yeah, Macy pulled out the win tonight. So
she says she wants to get a rematch with Alexa Grasso, whether she has the belt or not. So I'm just wondering, is there an update on what's going to happen with Grasso's next title defense, or first title defense actually? Is it going to be an immediate rematch with Shevchenko?
Yeah, no, we don't know yet. Yeah, we don't have that done yet.
Yeah. And obviously, speaking of Grasso, there's also 2 other champions from Mexico. It just seems like it's a no-brainer, right, to have a UFC event in Mexico this year. Is that in the works? Is there any plans for that?
Well, we would obviously love to get back to Mexico and do that, but I don't know if it's in the plans right now. We're building the PI down there right now, and wait till you guys see that. I can't wait to share that with you. Actually, the renderings for the UFC PI in Mexico it's going to be badass. But we're not looking at a you're right. You're not wrong. We got 3 Mexican champions finally. We probably should be heading to Mexico, or at least doing a Cinco de Mayo, but that didn't work out either. So
there's always September.
Yeah, you're right. We'll see.
Yeah. And why has Mexico been such a big target for you? Because I mean, you've said it in the past, right? Like this is something that you've been wanting to do, and finally, like 3 champions, and it seems we have a nice crop of Mexican talent coming on.
Some of the baddest human beings to ever walk the face of the earth have come out of Mexico, and me being a huge boxing fan growing up too, Mexico's always been an important market to me. And it took longer than I expected it to, but it didn't, I guess. I'm impatient and expect things a lot quicker than they happen, but the UK and Mexico were both very important to me.
Yeah. Sticking with the Mexican theme, there were some reports that there's talks of potentially that title unification bout at 145 pounds between Volkanovski and Jair for International Fight Week. Any update on that? Is that the...
No, if there was, I would have announced it already. But we're still working on that stuff. I'll have something soon. We were actually going to make a couple announcements this week, but it didn't work out this week. But it's coming. It's coming, guys.
And lastly, Daniel Pineda, a veteran of the sport, picked up a nice submission win. He fought out his contract. He says he would like to stay with the UFC, but unsure of his future. What's next for him? 100% finishing rate, has finished all his fights. What'd you make of his performance, and is that someone that the company would be?
Did you say Pineda? Yeah. I mean, obviously he won a performance bonus tonight, so yeah, we like that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Dana, over here. You had guys, everyone here from that fought basically was from Texas of some sort. You have, Alexander Hernandez is from San Antonio. CJ is also from San Antonio. Even a guy like Zach Borrego fought on Fury FC last night. He's from San Antonio. What do you think about the Texas MMA scene overall?
Yeah, it's looking good. It's looking good. I met a girl at the gym this morning too who won the Bantamweight championship, I guess, last night at Fury too. So she was talking to me about the Contender Series. So yeah, listen, Texas has been very good to us, meaning the UFC, since day one. We love coming down here. We love putting on fights here. We love the crowd here. I love every city here. Every city is unique and fun and different. And yeah, it's all good, man.
And I also want to know, so March is Women's History Month. Obviously, Holm is a history maker. We all know this. Can you talk a little bit about what she means to you as a promoter, someone that's been here and followed her career for forever?
Well, what's incredible about Holly Holm is what does she mean to combat sports, period. I mean, boxing Hall of Fame, she'll end up UFC Hall of Fame. She did kickboxing too. I mean, she's a very unique, incredible human being, let alone woman. So, yeah, she's somebody that we will absolutely, positively celebrate. All of her achievements in all the combat sports. She's incredible, and one of the nicest human beings you'll ever meet.
And my last one for you. Last time you were here, Leon Edwards is in the main event. Obviously, he's the welterweight champion now. You have a guy like Corey Sandhagen who just wins. It looks like he's right on the cusp of that as well. Do you think that's something that could be in Corey's future as well?
Yeah, like we were just talking, it's there's no doubt about it. I mean, he looked really good tonight, and obviously he beat the number 3 guy in the world who, he absolutely, I mean, that wasn't a split decision. Whoever scored that fight a split decision I don't even know. I'm not even going to go there, but yeah, he absolutely dominated tonight and put himself in a really good position.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Dana over here. Daniel Cormier said that Belal Muhammad is the most warranted for a welterweight title shot. I just wanted to know what your thoughts on that was and why Belal is not getting the next title shot.
Well, Daniel Cormier doesn't make those decisions. It's nice of him, but yeah, Belal, we have plans for Belal. Belal's going to fight again soon, and then we'll find out who's next in line.
Awesome. And CJ Vergara had an incredible performance. The San Antonio kid, what did you think of his performance and the pop that he got from the crowd of his incredible comeback win?
Yeah, that fight was awesome. Both guys, I mean, it was an absolute war. And for the second round to be the complete opposite of the first round, I mean, as fight fans, all of us, not just promoters, media, and whatever we are in this room, when you see those kind of fights, man, it's just, that's what the sport's all about. So it doesn't get any better than that.
Awesome. And I had a question out of left field. You know, Jorge Masvidal is a BMF champion, but will there ever be a women's BMF champion?
I don't know. You know, when we were getting ready for the promotion for that fight, and I came up with the BMF belt, I told you guys about matchmaking, how matchmaking works at our office. There's you know, there's 4 of us involved in it. It's me, Sean, Mick, and Hunter, and we get in there and we argue and we go back and forth and we do this and that. And I thought they were gonna fucking flame me when I came up with the BMF idea, and everybody liked it, so we did it. The thing might be a one and done, but you know, it was fun for that fight and it made sense for those 2 guys. But I don't know. I mean, we've kind of kicked it around and we've talked about it before. I don't know.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, Dana, right here. I don't know if you had seen it yet, but last night there was a pretty big refereeing blunder.
I saw it on social media this morning.
Yeah, I just wanted to get your thoughts on that because the refereeing done by Jason Herzog tonight in the Vergara fight was great.
Right.
That fight kept going. But I wanted to get your thoughts on what happened last night.
Yeah, obviously I wasn't there to see it, but I saw it on social, and yeah, that's the kind of stuff that I really, really don't like. I mean, if a guy gets choked unconscious and you don't know he's choked unconscious, everybody has a bad night, everybody makes mistakes, but if a guy gets choked unconscious and then they pull him into an arm bar, and the guy, I mean, it doesn't get any worse than that. It's the one that I went after Mazzagatti so bad about when Josh Berkman choked out, what's the kid's name, the wrestler, choked him unconscious, and Mazzagatti had no idea he was unconscious. Finally, Berkman dropped him and let him fitch. He choked Fitch unconscious, and Mazzagatti had no clue that he was out. I mean, you shouldn't be reffing if that happens, in my opinion.
And then I wanted to know your thoughts on Nate the Train, Nate Landwehr, because he showed up tonight in a nice blue suit, and obviously he got on the mic, he was flexing his biceps. Seems to be, I mean, no pun intended, the Nate the Train seems to be getting some steam going behind him right now.
No, the guy's a savage. I mean, every time we do, if you don't know, if he's on the card, he ends up on if you don't know. You should know by now. And tonight, you know, he looked incredible. The guy's an absolute savage. Just keeps moving forward, tries to take your head off. And obviously tonight, I mean, he was matched up against a very tough, nasty dude, and he looked good. Yeah, he's fun to watch, man.
Awesome. Thanks, Dana.
Yep.
Dana, just one question. Bantamweight division, obviously Sandhagen won tonight, but with Cejudo coming back, and you know, just can you talk about the matchmaking with that division in general?
Yeah, I mean, that division's on fire. It's fun, and like you just said, with Cejudo coming back, it makes it even more fun. So we got a lot of good fights that we can make in that division. It's exciting. Thank you.
Dana, you were talking about how good Corey Sandhagen fight was tonight, and you said that you saw Chito very slow. What else do you think happened to Chito tonight?
I think that Chito generally is a slow starter. He looked slow in the Cruz fight, right up until he knocked him out. And tonight he just could never pull the trigger with Sandhagen. Plus, I mean, not to take anything away from Chito, Sandhagen looked incredible. I mean, his footwork is unbelievable, the way he switches up, the way he mixed in his wrestling tonight and the takedowns. His lateral movement is as good as lateral movement gets. I mean, the guy literally fought the perfect fight tonight against Chito. So without making it sound, oh, Chito's slow or this or that, but I thought Chito looked slow in the Cruz fight right up until he knocked Cruz out. So tonight I was kind of waiting. We have a group text, me and the matchmakers, and we were all talking about it tonight. And I was like, I don't know, let's wait before we start judging until the end, because Chito Vera can pull off anything. And he never really got there. Started to turn it on like the last 15 seconds, but that was a little too late. You should have started fighting that way in the fourth.
Anyone else?
Yeah, Dana, just one more right here. I don't know if you saw, but Leon Edwards has expressed that he wouldn't like to fight Colby. He just doesn't think he deserves the fight. I don't know. Curious what you make of those comments. And is there any possibility that it may not be Colby next? I mean, there are some big welterweight fights coming up, especially with the Masvidal and Burns.
Why would Colby not deserve the fight? Can somebody explain that to me?
Well, a lot of fans are saying he hasn't fought since May of last year.
Well, he got jumped and was actually injured from.
Right.
Yeah. Leon didn't fight for like almost 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
He got the shot. Colby, listen, it's not like I'm a big, Colby, Colby Covington deserves this shot at the title. And I don't blame Leon. Leon just got through Usman twice, and now he's looking at another wrestler, with a funky style that's tough to deal with. But that's it. I mean, when you become the champ, everybody's coming after you. All the straight killers are coming at you for the next, 3 times a fucking year. You're faced with nothing but the baddest dudes in the world in your division. So it's just part of the. If you look at Usman and what he did, Usman ran through that division twice. Usman's one of the greatest of all time, and he, Leon just beat him twice. You're the man, Leon. You're the guy. Everybody's coming after you. It's going to be Colby next.
Thank you.